upon a time, there was a beautiful island. In the island meadows, there lived a young fairy named Isitopia. She had a pet monkey named Poppy. Isitopia and Poppy were simple beings with simple taste and lifestyle. They lived in a small, simply furnished house. On the same island, there also lived a unicorn who had a special ability of flying very high and far. The only dream of Isitopia was that someday she would ride on the unicorn. One day Isitopia was alone at home and Poppy had gone to eat some bananas. When he climbed a banana tree and started eating, he saw that the unicorn was also standing down below. He was looking at him. Poppy was not an ordinary monkey. He was very wise and could understand the language of every animal on the island. He dropped down some bananas to the unicorn also and said, "Would you allow me to ride on your back some day?" The unicorn replied, "You have fed me tasty food. You can surely ride on me." Poppy was exhilarated. He jumped on the unicorn's back and the unicorn flew high up in the sky. Poppy enjoyed very much when the unicorn landed down. Poppy said, "Thanks for the ride. I had never imagined how different an experience this would be. I am Poppy. What's your name?" The unicorn said, "My name is Eno. Will you be my friend?" Poppy said, "Of course, I will be your friend." They played together. When it was late, Poppy said goodbye to Eno. On reaching home, he told Isitopia all about the unicorn. She exclaimed, "Oh, how wonderful! I wish I could ride on him as well. Poppy, please will you take me to the unicorn tomorrow?" Poppy accepted her request. Next day, when they went to meet Eno, they saw the 5 wicked men had tied Eno with a rope, were pulling him and forcing him to go with them. Isitopia asked, "Why are you doing this to the poor unicorn?" One of the men answered, "Say nothing, girl. A unicorn is a very rare find. We are lucky to come across him. We will earn loads of money for him." And saying this, the man pushed back Isitopia. The 5 wicked men then looked away Eno. Isitopia and Poppy felt sad for Eno. But those 5 men from the neighboring village on the island were famous for their notoriety, so Isitopia and Poppy decided to keep silent. They know where the man lived. They made a plan to save Eno. When night fell, they went to the man's house. Then they secretly added a sleeping potion in their food. Unfortunately, only 2 of the men ate that food and fell into a deep sleep. The remaining 3 men had dinner outside and were sleeping in another room. Isitopia locked the door of that room for outside. Now Poppy tried to unite the rope with which Eno was tied, but the rope was fastened very tightly. So when Poppy tried to open the rope, Eno got hurt and uttered a cry of pain. The 3 men woke up while 2 were in a deep sleep. They understood that Eno's friend had come to free him, but found that their door was locked from outside. They started pushing and kicking the door, and after a few minutes managed to break the door and came out. When they came out, suddenly Eno's rope came free. The man came running towards them, but Isitopia and Poppy jumped on Eno's back. One of the men cuffed Poppy's tail, but when Eno started flying let go of the tail and fell down. All the men started at them in anger and disappointed. But what could they do now? During their flight, Poppy told Eno all about Isotopia. Eno became friends with Isotopia too. Suddenly, Poppy and Isotopia noticed that Eno was descending to the ground and had brought them to a strange place. They were in a very high, bright light, so they closed their eyes. When they opened their eyes again, they saw that they had reached a huge castle, glistening in golden high. Poppy and Isotopia could not believe their eyes. Poppy asked Eno, "Where have you brought us?" Eno said, "This castle belonged to my parents." "Where have you brought us?" Eno said, "This castle belonged to my parents." "Where are they?" asked Poppy. "They are probably no more. For all I know, one day they had gone to the forest about 6 months back and never returned," answered Eno's a side voice. "But maybe they are still alive," said Isotopia. "How much I wish that what you say is true," said Eno in a low voice. Suddenly a sound came from behind the bushes. "Eno, Eno, where are you? Eno, Eno, where are you?" "Oh, that's my mother's voice. But surely I am imagining things," exclaimed Eno. "No, Eno, no, Eno. We can also hear this voice, and we can also see 2 unicorns there," said Poppy with excitement. "Where?" asked Eno. There, Eno, behind the bushes," exclaimed Poppy. Eno looked behind the bushes. His parents were actually there. Eno ran and blubbed himself against his father and mother. "Where have you been, Mommy and Daddy?" asked Eno. "A hunter had taken us away after trapping up in a huge net, but we ran and flew and somehow managed to return her today," said his father. Eno was very happy. He said, "Mommy, these are my friends, Poppy and Isotopia. They helped me to escape from some wicked hunters. Please, Mommy, let them stay with us. They are very kind-hearted." Mother said, "Yes, son, they can surely stay with us in our castles." Eno's mother thanked Poppy and Isotopia